Hello and welcome back to our math theories of secondary 2, and the last time we talked about the law, which is called the theorem 4, and that law stated that if we have x of power n negative a of power n over x negative a, and we want the limit of x approaches a, then the answer is n a of power n negative 1. Okay, but if we have here an exponent also, if our formula is in this shape, I want the limit of x approaches a, and here we have x of power m negative a of power m over x of power n negative a of power n. Then the result will be m over n multiplied by a of power m minus n, and this is the main law of that one, and we will prove it now. So here in the bottom we have x, the exponent of x is only 1, and here the exponent is n. So if we apply this law, we have here n over 1 multiplied by a of power n minus 1 to get n a of power n minus 1. So this is the origin of this law. Okay, this is our law today. We will work on this one and know some examples to get more familiar with it. So let's say that we will have a simple one at first. We want the limit of x approaches 1. Here we have x of power 5 negative 1 over x of power 3 negative 1. And we must understand the math tricks. This is a simple one. We know that every 1 of power any number equals 1. Okay, so we will write our problem here. We have the limit x approaches 1. We will write it this way: x of power 5 negative 1 of power 5 over x of power 3 negative 1 of power 3. So the answer will be 5 over 3 multiplied by 1 of power 5 minus 3. Other words, 5 over 3 multiplied by 1 of power 2 equals 5 over 3. So this is our first example. Let's see the second one. We want the limit of x approaching negative 3, and here we have x of power 5 positive 243 over x of power 4 negative 81. So let's remember our formula. We have x of power m negative a of power m over x of power n negative a of power n. So the a here is the one which the x approaches in the limit. This is the same a. So when this is a, we type A here in the formula, and we have a negative before it. But what happens if this A is changed into negative A? Accordingly, we will add here a negative A. So, the formula would be x of power m positive A of power m over x of power n positive A of power n, because this is a double negative, a negative multiplied by another negative. Let's see what does this mean in our problem. Here we have x approaching a negative value of 3. We have here negative 3. And another hint in this problem, any number, for example, negative 2, if we have here an even exponent, the result will be even. So if you have negative 2 of power 2, the result will be 4, and not negative 4, because the negative is doubled, so it's changed into positive because the value here is even. But if we have negative 2 of power 3, we have a negative 2 multiplied by negative 2 and multiplied by another negative 2, so we have a negative left, and the value will be odd. When this is an odd exponent, the value will be odd. So, negative 2 of power 3 gives us negative 8. These are the two hints we will use in order to solve this problem. And we must take notice of the math tricks and see them very well, because there are a lot of them in the problems and we must take notice of them. So we will solve our problem. Here we have the limit of x approaching negative 3. So we will return the form into the formula we have known in our theorem today. So we will return this into a negative. We have here x of power 5 negative 243 over x of power 4 negative 81. We said that when a negative value has an even exponent, the value will be positive. And when the same value, the negative value, have an odd exponent, the value will be negative. So this is our trick here. We have the limit of x approaching negative 3. We have x of power 5 negative 3 of power 5. Because the negative 3 of power 5 gives us a negative 243. With two negatives here, we will have a positive. And at the bottom, we have x of power 4 negative 3 of power 4. Because when negative 3 has an exponent of 4, which is of course an even number, gives us a positive value of 81 here in the formula. And we can get then the result easily. We have 5 over 4 m over n multiplied by a of power m minus n, which is here 5 minus 4, gives us 1. So the result is 5 over 4 multiplied by negative 3 to yield negative 15 over 4. So this is our result. And we must take notice of the tricks found here in the problems. We must change the shape of the problem into the formula which we have studied in the lesson, which is, for the last time, if we have the limit of x approaching a, x of power m, negative a of power m, over x of power n, negative a of power n, the result will be m over n multiplied by a of power m minus n. And that's it for today. And the next time we'll have more examples with more tricks in order to know them. if they are in the exam, we must know all the tricks in order to solve the problems. And we will continue in our lesson, theorem 4. We'll talk about it the next time. And that's it for today, and thanks for watching.